Hello, my friends. Welcome to my Living Wisdom speech. Today's topic is staying here or going home, my personal decisions. I'm Dr. Tenderling, a professor and a psychologist. As a Taiwanese American, I come to the United States to study in 1964. Since then, I have observed a lot of friends with me in the same background or same experience. They come to the United States to study or to work. They either go back home or stay here and have all different kind of experience or circumstances happen to their family and themselves. Therefore, staying here or going home really is a living wisdom decision. And I cannot say what is right or wrong, but I feel if all of us can openly share our experience in our decision making, it would be good for all of us. And that's the reason today I'm coming here to share with you my personal decision on this topic, whether to staying here or going home. I want to make a living decision about whether to stay here or going home. We got to know both something about Taiwan and the USA. And I'm from my personal experience. I want to share with you what I know about these two places. First, let's start from geographically speaking. What is about Taiwan and USA? And to me, Taiwan is just an island located in Far East, and it is in a tropical area. It's north is Japan, south is Philippines, left west side is the Taiwan Strait, and the right-hand side is the Pacific Ocean. It has about 23 million people and have a 36,000 square kilometer in size. And its history, recorded history, if we count it from Holland colonization in 1624, then it has about 400 years of foreign government. On the other hand, USA is located in a mild climate area in Northern America. Its west side is Pacific Ocean and right side is Atlantic Ocean. It has about 336 million people and has 9 plus million square kilometer in size. And if we count from its independence from Great Britain in 1776, it has about 247 years of self-government. You can see there's a lot of difference between these two places. Besides huge geographical difference between Taiwan and the United States, its respective ethnicities a lot of different too. Taiwan, purely speaking, is a one ethnic country. Is 96% of them are Han people, and its native people constitute only 2.5%, and foreign immigrants even less, only 1.1%. On the other hand, in the United States, while it's a multi-ethnic country, white people occupy 59%, black people 12.6%, Hispanic, Latino 18%, and Asian 5.9%. And the rest of them are really minority. So in terms of ethnicity, you can see Taiwan is more simple and United States are more complex. In terms of religion, I see a lot of difference between Taiwan and the USA. Taiwan, majority of them believe in Buddhism, Confucianism, Taoism, and Satan worship. And this kind of religion basically is a, a, a nature, nature worship or ancestor worship. Uh, it's quite different from the United States. United States is a single God worship. The majority of them, 26% is the uh, Protestant, and 20% is the just Christian. Altogether is 46%. So 46% of them are Christian, and 21% are Catholicism. And all these are single God religions. So you can see very much different in religious focus. Well, come to the key issue. What are the difference between Taiwanese and American in their culture and in their daily living, that is in their daily personal interactions, in their mannerism? And the way I see it is this: the Taiwanese are very much influenced by Confucianism, Buddhism, and Taoism. And both these three of them are, in a sense, are very much focused on to control yourself, focus on self-discipline. Therefore, you should not express too much, especially in terms of interpersonal conflict. You should always think about yourself first. Do I make any mistake? Do I interfere with other people? And if you do, then you should know how to restrict yourself, follow Confucius Buddhism, follow the what the social ethic. You know, uh, you should act like the three uh, monkey in Japan. That is very wu ting, very wu su, very wu dong. If it is not polite for you, you should not do whatever you're supposed to do. So very much focus on self-discipline. And even Shinto religion is also very much focus on nature love. Love is the nature. So Taiwanese speakers, generally speaking, they are practical, passive, urgent, laughing shortcut, but they dare to be different. That's the way I understand about Taiwanese. But as to American, since their religion is one God, and that God is so powerful. He's the creator, he's the omnipresent, omnicompetent, and omniscience. Therefore, they emphasize people should follow the God direction in order to be safe, and they very focused in daily life, uh, law and order, and pursue the justice. So people are, generally speaking, are independent, self-responsible, and in their communication, they are very much open and direct. Wow, up to this point, in 12 minutes, I have tried to show you what I experienced, the difference between Taiwan and the United States. And you can imagine when I was just 26 years old, in 1964, I came to United States to study. Wow, I'm like jumping into a, a place completely a strange environment, and I have to learn how to cope with. Not only I have to learn, try to understand what people are saying, and try to read what are all these books are saying, and then try to digest what are the food I'm eating. Not only that, I really, in my study, I experienced a lot of culture shock. And one of basic culture shock is directly right into the study I'm studying on, right into it. I'm come here to study counseling psychology and try to be a counselor. And the professor emphasized a counselor is a facilitator, and that role is quite different from the knowledge I learned in Taiwan. When I was in Taiwan, we thought whenever you got a problem, you go to see your parent or your teacher or somebody who's older than you or supposed more knowledge than you, they're supposed to give you a solution, tell you what to do. But in the United States, when I tried to learn to be a counselor, my professor said counselor is not a director. It's not tell the people crying what to do, because crying have to be responsible for themselves. They have to solve their own problem, because we always say, last slide, that in the United States, people are really emphasized on responsible for themselves. So that exactly is counseling profession practice too. We as a counselor need to help people know how to find a way to solve their own problem. And this is really a culture shock to me. But I have to learn to to cope with this exactly culture shock. And you can see my uh, doctor dissertation exactly use the inquiry mode to study to develop a dissertation on this basic subject, and I was able to earn my doctorate degree and even publish my dissertation on counseling psychology. And I learned how to emphasize very important that people should have a self-confidence in their everyday life. They have to be responsible for themselves. And this is exactly what I learned in the United States professionally and in my practice. And it was exactly what I did after I graduated from UCLA in my profession career. I went to work at an addiction center, work with chemical abusers, and I very much emphasize these chemical abusers have to build up the self-confidence to solve their own problem. So I teach them personal and social skills, and they learn how to express emotion, and I get a great result. And I thoroughly enjoy that this practice is correct. That is, kind, hard to learn how to be responsible for themselves so that they can go back when they're out of the hospital, they can go back to their home or their job to implement what they learn. And that is exactly what American culture was teaching me, and I put it into practice. Not only that, my sister like to come to the United States to open a restaurant, and I even help them that too. I help them to modify their menu and to communicate with the customer and build up a very nice restaurant in their profession. So I enjoy this self-responsible practice in daily life. In 1989, I went back to Taiwan to implement what I learned in the United States. At the first, I joined the National Forum on Country Construction. I get to meet all the people, especially people in the college professor level, how they operate themselves, especially how they operate in the field of education and psychology. The next year, I even went to Thailand Teachers College, and then I opened a class called Winner Class to exactly teach the student how to be a winner in their life. Exactly speaking, or specifically speaking, to tell them how to carry out a life. That life is simply saying how to be responsible for yourself and to develop your own career and your life. And you can do that, definitely you are going to be a winner in your life. That's what I emphasize. And I open a class, and I feel I get a good response from the students. During my living in Taiwan, I very much teach in college and doing a lecture to the citizens in the community. And since the person I'm in contact with, they all very much have a life experience behind them, and they were able to ask the right questions too. And I enjoy teaching them about my social skill training package, because I like them able to return back to the school, able to teach their students about how to build up a relationship and how to generate a good self-confidence. They all are very good in doing that. And people ask the question, and I give them some specifically a lot of time about the difference between Taiwan and the United States, how they are different culture-wise. And a lot of students, after listening to my lecture, they always give me some feedback that they say, wow, Dr. Lin, I never heard about that speech in my life. Especially, I tell them how to pursue their life, how to pursue happiness and peace, and how to get what they want and how not to get what they want, how to build respect and love with other people. And I enjoy my teaching, and in the sense, I relive my past dream during the time I was in Taiwan. Up to this point, you can see I was making a living in the United States, and I also was making a living in Taiwan. On the sides, there's one question popping out in my mind. That is where I am going to stay eventually, United States or Taiwan. And to me, to make this decision, I give a very deep thought on this. And I come to realize that our living is not just my living. It's my family living too. And I feel living is just like a painting, It needs a good foundation. You see, the painting, you need a strong branch and a vigorous root. So your plane can go up where? Well, in human being, I feel my living and my good living to me, myself, I need to have a good access, a good vital family. And when I was living in my dream again in Taiwan, although I have a lot of exciting, joyous moment, but I feel my foundation is not solid because of the environment they produce. I don't feel it was solid. On the other hand, I feel my family in the United States, they're growing stronger and stronger. And it was a really solid family environment. For example, my twin daughter, there were even a valedictorian and a speaker during the graduation ceremony. That is an outstanding demonstration and achievement. I'm really proud of them. Although I enjoy my teaching in Taiwan, students like the share their joyful moment, have a dinner with me, lunch with me, and they like to learn from me, and I also learn from them. But I feel those relationships wasn't as steady as in the family, not as solid as in the family. So I feel whether to stay in the United States or in Taiwan, I feel my foundation in the United States are more solid and stronger than the one I got in Taiwan. Up to this point, my final slide. I'm telling you, I make a decision to stay in the United States and not to go back to Taiwan. And the reason I make this decision is through my personal experience, our understanding of both Taiwan and the United States, and by living in a certain period of time in Taiwan and in the United States. And I consider the whole issue about the family, career, and my assets and decide to stay in the United States. I'm not telling you that this is the right decision for everybody. No. Different stroke for different folks. But I certainly feel at this point, this is the right decision for me. And I thinking about some of my friends for the past few years. They are in my same circumstances like me, and they make some different decisions for themselves. And those different decisions, I think, is the right decision for them too. Otherwise, they will not make that decision. One of my friends, he got his degree from the United States. 3 years later, he moved his whole family, wife and kids all together, went back to Taiwan and have a career in Taiwan, enjoy himself all his life, And recently, he passed away during the coronavirus period. And I feel bad I cannot get to see him again. Another friend, he got his degree here, worked in Taiwan, worked in the United States for a while, then went back to Taiwan by himself. He left his wife and family in the United States. And he went back to Taiwan by himself, enjoying his career there. And unfortunately, he also passed away during the coronavirus period. And I feel really bad I'm not able to see him again too. Another one, same thing. We come here to get our degree. And after he get his degree, he also worked in the United States for a while. Then went back with his wife to Taiwan and enjoy his life in Taiwan too. But unfortunately, he passed away during the coronavirus period too. And I feel bad I cannot get to see him again. So we all make different decisions, got the different circumstances. And I think all are right decision for everybody. And I'm only saying you, I feel good about my decision because I feel I use my knowledge in both in Taiwan and in the United States. And also, I personally we live in Taiwan for a while. And I enjoy my decision by consider both the family situation and the career asset situation. And I make a decision to stay in the United States. And I feel good in my 80th birthday. My whole family come to celebrate my birthday. They do whatever they can to celebrate my birthday. And even right now, next month, I'm going to pretty soon to enjoy my 81st birthday again. And I expect them to going to celebrate my birthday again. And I enjoy my life up to this point because I feel I make a right decision to stay in the United States. And in this film, I share with you my personal experience and how I make this decision. And I hope you can see how I do. And I hope you enjoy what I say today. And you like it, please subscribe my channel. And I see you next time. Bye-bye.